The emergency session lights blazed across the Galactic Council chamber, casting long shadows over the assembled delegates. Cora stood at the human embassy's observation deck, watching the chaos unfold through the reinforced transparasteel window. Below, representatives from 47 species scrambled in disorganized clusters, their translators creating a cacophony of overlapping voices. "They're panicking," Adam said quietly beside her, his arms crossed over his chest. His reflection in the glass showed no emotion, but Cora knew better. She'd worked with Adam for 3 years, ever since humanity had been granted provisional membership to the Council. Beneath that calm exterior, he was calculating every possible outcome. "Let them panic," Cora replied, her voice steady. "They should have thought about consequences before they tried to box us in." It had started 6 months ago. The Galactic Council, in their infinite wisdom and centuries of established protocol, had decided that humanity was expanding too quickly. Too aggressive, too unpredictable. The Vexari delegate had been the first to propose restrictions: human colonies limited to 5 systems, human trade vessels requiring council escorts, human military reduced by 70%. The vote had passed. 32 to 15. The council had expected humanity to comply, to negotiate, to bend as younger species always did. Instead, Earth's response had been swift and absolute: total diplomatic withdrawal. Every human ambassador recalled, every embassy closed, every communication channel severed. Silence. For a species that had spent millennia talking their way through conflicts, the Council had forgotten what true silence meant. "Ambassador Cora, Ambassador Adam," a synthesized voice crackled through the communication panel. It was Zix, the Kaltorian mediator, his desperation evident even through the mechanical translation. "Please, we must speak. The Council wishes to open negotiations." Adam reached over and terminated the connection without a word. "That's the 18th request today," Cora noted, glancing at her data pad. "They're getting more frequent." "Good." Adam moved to the tactical display where holographic projections showed human activity across known space. Blue markers indicated human vessels, colonies, and stations. In the past 6 months, humanity hadn't slowed down. If anything, they'd accelerated. 3 new colonies established in unclaimed systems, 2 massive trade agreements with non-council species, a defensive pact with the Wren Collective, who had long resented council overreach, and most dramatically, the construction of the Bastion Network, a series of defensive platforms surrounding human space that made any military incursion a logistical nightmare. "They thought cutting us off would isolate us," Adam said, zooming in on the Wren sectors. "They forgot we're really good at making friends when we want to." Cora smiled slightly. It was true. While the council species had grown comfortable in their bureaucratic hierarchy, humans had spent the last 6 months doing what they did best: adapting, improvising, and building bridges with those the council had long ignored. The Wren Collective had jumped at humanity's offer of partnership. So had the Seth Enclaves, the Taurian free merchants, and a dozen independent worlds tired of council regulations. Humanity wasn't isolated. The council was becoming irrelevant. A sudden tremor ran through the station. Cora and Adam exchanged glances. "They're at the doors," Cora said, checking the security feed. Sure enough, a crowd of delegates had gathered outside the sealed human embassy. Their alien features twisted in various expressions of anxiety and anger. The Vexari delegate stood at the front, his crystalline exoskeleton refracting the corridor lights. "Humans, you must listen. The Council is willing to revisit the terms." "Willing to revisit," Adam muttered darkly. "Not apologize. Not withdraw the restrictions. Revisit." Through the speakers, they could hear the Vexari continuing his plea. "Your silence is causing instability. Trade routes are disrupted. Member species are questioning council authority. This is not the way civilized beings conduct themselves." Cora felt a flash of anger. "Civilized," she repeated. "They tried to cripple our entire species with bureaucratic warfare. And we're the uncivilized ones?" Adam placed a hand on her shoulder. "Easy. This is working exactly as we planned." He was right, of course. Earth's strategists had war-gamed this scenario extensively. The Council operated on consensus and dialogue. Remove humanity from the conversation entirely, and their entire system began to crack. Member species saw that Council decisions could be simply ignored. Trade networks revealed their dependence on human innovation and energy. Military analysts realized that human defenses had grown far beyond what anyone had estimated. The Galactic Council wasn't just panicking because humans had left the table. They were panicking because humans had revealed that the table didn't matter. "What now?" Cora asked, though she already knew the answer. Adam pulled up a message draft on his terminal, one that had been prepared weeks ago, waiting for precisely this moment. "Now we make them wait just a little longer. Let the pressure build. Let them understand that humanity doesn't need the Council nearly as much as the Council needs humanity. And then we come back. But on our terms." Adam's eyes reflected the star map before them, showing humanity's expanding sphere of influence. No restrictions. Equal voting rights from day one. And an acknowledgement that trying to limit a species because you fear their potential isn't wisdom, it's cowardice. Another communication request flashed on the screen. This time from the Council matriarch herself, the ancient Threx who had presided over galactic affairs for 2 centuries. Adam let it ring. Once. Twice. 3 times. "Finally," he answered. The matriarch's aged features filled the screen, her 3 eyes showing something Cora had never seen before. Uncertainty. "Ambassadors," she began, her voice carrying the weight of generations. "Perhaps we have been hasty." Cora and Adam remained silent, letting the moment stretch. The matriarch continued. "The Council would like to formally invite humanity to return to negotiations, with different parameters." "We'll consider it," Adam said simply and ended the call. Cora let out a breath she hadn't realized she'd been holding. "They blinked first." "They always do," Adam replied. "When they realize humans don't bluff." Below them, the Galactic Council chamber continued its emergency session, no longer the center of the galaxy's power, but just another political body learning a lesson humanity had known for millennia. Respect isn't given because of age or tradition. It's earned through strength, resolve, and the willingness to walk away. And humanity had just taught the galaxy that lesson perfectly.